Hi students, here one, stay home and stay safe. Today my topic is 9th class CBSE circles part 2. That before part 1, I explained 5 theorems and concept, and in this part 2 I will explain more 5 theorems and some concept is there. First one is relation between lines and circle. What the relation between line and circle? See here. This circle, center O. C1 is a circle, center O, and the line is L. I'll take one more circle. This is line M, center O dash, C2 circle. If we compare these two circles, so here this line is passing through the circle, but here a line is which touches the circle. What is the difference between these two? This can be called as secant of the circle. This is the tangent of a circle. For the definition of a secant, a line which passes through the circle is called a secant. In the secant, that line touches the circle at 2 points. In tangent, a line which touches the circle at only 1 point is called a tangent of a circle. This point is called point of contact. And remaining these two topics in 10th class have to discuss. Okay. Next. Theorems. 10.6 theorem. 10.6 theorem. Equal chords of a circle. The statement is equal chords of a circle. Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. It's a statement. 10.6 theorem. Equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. After the diagram, take two chords. How is these two chords? These two chords are equal. AB and I will take PQ. How is the two chords? These two chords are equal. What is given? The two chords are equal. The two chords are equal. That is, AB is equal to PQ in a circle C1. What you have to prove? Required to prove those equal chords are equidistant from the center. Suppose the center of the circle, we join here these two, this one and this one. These two are two perpendiculars. So these two, how these two equal? This one is the theorem. So what you have to prove? OM is equal to ON. Construction. For this construction, join OB and OP. So you need construction for this theorem proof. If you observe here, two triangles are I am taking here. So what are those triangles? Proof triangle OBM or OMB. Another triangle is ONP. Compare now these two triangles. Here OB is equal to OP. Why these two are equal? These two are radii of the circle, and angle M is equal to angle M, the 90 degrees. Why? Because it is the equidistant, nothing but perpendicular distance from the center. Next one is here MB is equal to NP. This is given. See how these two are equal. They given two chords are equal. At perpendicular, we have 10.3 theorem. The perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord. That chord divided into two equal parts. So here MB is equal to half of AB, equation 1, and NB is also half of PQ, is the equation 2. From 1 and 2, half of get cancelled, AB is equal to PQ. So from this AB is equal to PQ, if you get here LHS, RHS equal, therefore LHS also equal to. Therefore, triangle OMB is congruent to triangle ONP by RHS rule, by RHS rule. So these two triangles are congruent is nothing but what are the remaining two sides are equal. OM is equal to ON by CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. In the 10.6 theorem. Next, 10.7 theorem. 10.7 theorem is nothing but the converse of 10.6. Now they gave perpendicular distances are equal. How to show chords are equal? So what is 10.7 theorem? Chords equidistant from the center of a circle, are equal length, the converse of the above theorem, 10.6. So here for this purpose, draw the diagram. This is the center of the circle. These two are chords AB, CD, two chords equal here. This one given, this perpendicular OM, this is perpendicular ON. So these two are equal given. How these two chords are equal? I will show. I'll get equal. So given OM is equal to, otherwise a circle, the center O and radius R, in which what is given, OM is equal to ON. So what you have to prove, required to prove, is AB is equal to CD. So chords are equal. How to show? For this need construction, what is the construction? So join same OB and OC. Join OB and OC. Proof. Take triangle OMB, triangle ONC. Compare now these two triangles. OM is equal to ON. Already they given it as side. Okay. Next one, angle M is equal to angle N. 90 degrees each right angles, each 90 degrees. OB is equal to OC. These two are radii. Therefore, triangle OMB is congruent to triangle ONC by RHS rule. RHS rule. So these two triangles are congruent is nothing but these two triangles will coincide or not. Therefore, MB is equal to CN. Therefore, MB is equal to CN by CPCT. CPCT corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. This is about our 10.7 theorem. 10.8. 10.8. Very important theorem. This is 10.8. If you learn this theorem, you will solve many theorems. It's all about many theorems about this theorem. Okay, if you learn this theorem, you get the name. What is the 10.8 theorem? The angle subtended by an arc, the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double. The angle subtended by it, the remaining at any point of the remaining part of the circle. So the angle, very most important theorem, the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the remaining part of the circle. So we will write a shortcut. This is center of the circle, subtended by an arc. So I will take one arc. AB is the arc. If we subtend this both, if we join these two, the angle subtended by an arc at the center of the angle is double. Otherwise 2 theta. 2 theta angle, you know angle 2 theta. So if we take any point on the remaining part of the circle, any point. So I will take here point P, join this one and this one. You will get here half of the circle. For suppose here 20, you will get here 40. For suppose if you get here 30 degrees, you will get here 15 degrees. So how to keep in mind. So how to prove this theorem? What is given? A circle at center O and radius is R. AB is a minor arc. I'm taking. Angle AOB is equal to, or to show this one, RTP. So required to prove angle AOB is equal to, or to show 2 theta. It's nothing but 2 times of this theta. So what is the theta here? 2 times of theta. Angle P B. Circle O, center O, and that's all. So see the proof. See the proof. Construction. What are the construction? Need construction. Join PO and extends at Q. Extends at Q. So join PO and extends at Q. Okay. Proof. If you observe here, we got two triangles, triangle OAP, triangle OPB. Two triangles are formed. So I will take, let us suppose, I will take this is the angle 1, this is the angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 3, this is angle 4, this is angle 5, this is angle 6. Okay. In triangle OPA, from triangle OPA, I will write angle 1 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Why? Because angle 1 is the exterior angle of this triangle. So you have one property in this triangle. Exterior angle is the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. So you write down here the exterior angle. Our property exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. Okay. So angle 1 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. This is the treated as equation 1. See here, in this triangle OAP, we know about this OA is equal to OB because of these two are radii. So we have that this is a which type of triangle? Isosceles triangle. In the isosceles triangle, base angles are equal. So these two are equal. So I will write here angle 1 is equal to 2 times of angle 4. Angle 1 is equal to 2 times of angle 4. I will continue this one. Okay. Like that, take one more triangle. In triangle OPB, angle 2 is equal to angle 5 plus angle 6. Same here also, but apply the according to the property of triangles. You know the property exterior angle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles, and angle 5 is equal to angle 6. Right? Because here also these two are radii. So is a which type of triangle? Isosceles triangle. Base angles are equal. So angle 2 is equal to 2 times of angle 5. This is the equation 1 and the equation 2. Okay. Adding 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to, therefore 2 times of, I will take 2 common, angle 4 plus angle 5. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is nothing but this total angle. So this total angle is nothing but angle AOB is equal to 2 times of angle 4 plus angle 5. So this one. So angle APB. About the theorem is a very, very important theorem. Okay. If you learn this theorem, you will solve the remaining theorems also. In this theorem, I have 3 cases. One is minor, major, and semi circle. For suppose here I'll take minor arc. AB is a minor arc. Here AB is a diameter, and here AB is a major arc. So these three conditions. Here minor, this is diameter. Diameter is nothing but equal arcs. Here AB is a major arc. So this part. So how to solve before theorem I'll explain here. So already you know how to solve this one. This is O, this is P. Before I explain here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 2 times of angle 4 plus angle 5. Okay. If for suppose they given diameter. Okay. Join any point on the circle. This is P. Is the center of the circle. So here, before construction of this, join OP and extend up to Q. After extends Q. Okay, here also you got same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same, and apply here. These both are radius. What will write here? Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 2 times of angle 4 plus angle 5. Same, apply same triangle property. And here one more theorem also how to prove here. So what is the theorem? Angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. So this is the semicircle. So how to prove this is 90? So AB is a diameter. The diameter divides the circle into two parts. Each part is called a semicircle. So angle 1 plus angle 2. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is nothing but 180 degrees is equal to 2 times of angle 4 plus angle 5. So 2 under 2 4. So angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 90 degrees. We will get like this. So angle in a semicircle is equal to 90. Angle 4 by angle 5 is nothing but P value. So angle P is equal to 90. For suppose they given major arc. How to solve this major arc given? I will take one point on the remaining part of the circle. Okay. This is center of the circle. Join OP at Q. Join OP at Q. And also write on same 1, 2, divide angles, 3, 4, 5, 6. So apply the same property. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4 from this in this triangle OAP. You will get angle 1 is equal to angle 4 plus angle 3. And these two are radius. So you will get angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So angle 1 is equal to 2 times of angle 4. And take one more triangle OPB. So angle 2 is equal to angle 5 plus angle 6. Angle 5 plus angle 6, and angle 5 and angle 6 both are base angles in a isosceles triangle. So base angle, these both are base angles. So you will get these both are equal. This one. So base angles are equal. So you will get angle 2 is equal to 2 times of angle 5. If we add these two, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 2 times of angle 4 plus angle 5. This is about the theorem, how to form in minor, how to form in diameter, how to form in major arc. Next one is angle in a same segment are equal. How angles are same segment are equal. 10.9 theorem. Angles in a same segment. Angles in a same segment are equal. Angles in a same segment are equal. How angles are equal in the same segment? So that is the question. Take chord AB is a chord. So join with the dotted lines. If you observe here, you got two segments. Why? Because the area enclosed by chord and arc is called a segment. Already this inside in part 1 introduction. So this AB chord divides the circle into parts, two parts. So those each part is called segment. Here I'll take some points P and Q. I'll take 2 points P and Q in another segment, not same segment. I'm taking 2 points on the another segment. Join P, AP and PB. Join AQ and QB. See here how these two angles are equal. So that is our theorem. See what is given? What is given? A circle, center O and radius R. So this is the center O, radius is R. Okay. Maybe. Required to prove. What we have to prove? Angle APB is equal to angle AQB. How these two angles are equal? For this construction, join OA and OB. Join OA and OB. Join OA and OB. Join and OA and OB. Proof. So this proof given 10.8 theorem. This theorem is depends upon the 10.8 theorem. What is the 10.8 theorem? So if you observe the angle at the center is double to remaining part of the circle. The angle subtended by the arc at the center is double the remaining part of the circle. So this is arc subtended by this another segment of the circle. If we get here 2 alpha, so in triangle, so use 10.8 theorem. 10.8 theorem. Angle AOB is equal to 2 times of angle APB. 2 times of angle APB. Next is the equation 1. So take this part. From this part, angle AOB is equal to 2 times of angle AQB. Is the equation 2. From 1 and 2, LHS both are equal. So LHS equal and here 2 now get cancelled. From 1 and 2, angle APB is equal to angle AQB. So angle in the same segment. Angles in the same segment are equal. Not only this one, if you take so many also, you get same angle, alpha, alpha, alpha. Okay. Next one. Last theorem, 10.10. 10.10. What is the theorem? Sum of opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral. Sum of opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral is linear pair or 180 degrees. So first of all, what is the cyclic quadrilateral definition? So cyclic quadrilateral is nothing but cyclic circle and quadrilateral. Any many forma is there or any combination is there for these two cyclic and circle and quadrilateral. See here, I will draw one quadrilateral, and if you observe the vertices of this quadrilateral on the circle, observe carefully. Here I will draw one more quadrilateral, P, Q, R, S. So, what is the cyclic quadrant definition? A quadrilateral vertices lying on the circle. A quadrilateral vertices are lying on. So, how many vertices of a quadrilateral? 4 vertices. So, those 4 vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the circle is called a cyclic quadrilateral. If you observe, this one is not lying on circle, inside the circle. So, this is not a cyclic quadrilateral. So, this is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. Else, vertices of a circle lying on the circle is called a cyclic quadrilateral. So, how in a cyclic quadrilateral the sum of opposite angles is equal to 180. So, given ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. Required to prove, what you have to prove? Angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Construction. So join OA and OC is the center of the circle. Join OA and OC. This is not straight line. This is C. Join OA and OC. Next, okay. So yeah, here also you have to use the 10.9 theorem only. So the 10.89 theorem says this is the double, this is the half. So angle AOC is equal to 2 times of angle D, equation 1. Okay. So this is 1. So take 2, angle 2. Angle AOC, for example, is angle 1. This is angle 2. Angle AOC is equal to 2 times of angle C, is the equation 2. So from 1 and 2 is nothing but if you join these two, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 2 times of angle C plus angle D. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is nothing but this totally, if you observe, this is a complete angle. So complete angle is nothing but 360 degrees is equal to 2 times of angle C plus angle D. 2 1 to 2 8. So therefore angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. So this is about the complete circles. Thank you, friends. We want more explanation. Please cooperate me. Thank you.